Nice. We watched The Mac and Me. Jesus Christ.
The Mac and Me.
Weaponized terror. Holy shit.
Yeah, I've never seen it.
It's a rare treat.
Ooh. Is that kid soda I hear?
And pouring it over ice. Ready?
Oh, you could sell that to the big studio and collect royalties on that sound for the rest
I'll
of your
be watching
natural
a Tom
life.
Cruise movie in 30 years and be like, that was my can opening.
Speaking of Tom Cruise movies, Jen and I watched Minority Report. Yeah, it's fun. That's fun. Too long. And boring. And stupid. It sucks. Never mind.
The concept of preventative law enforcement and
Oh, it's terrifying.
future crime, it's terrifying. Jesus, that I remember watching that movie and being like, oh, cool. Wait a minute.
Yes, it's such a horrifying idea, but the movie doesn't quite explore the dystopic nature of it.
Yeah, it just like plays fast and loose with it.
And nobody seems to question it. Nothing to see here. You would think for the populace in that world to accept that kind of law enforcement system so blindly that they would have to already have been inhabiting a horrifying dystopia where they don't think for themselves, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, fun movie, but shitty. I mostly wanted to watch it because they had this sweet, awesome, futuristic weapon. Jen and I were talking about cyberpunk, and it's like, yeah, the year 2077, and the most sophisticated melee weapon you can have is like a pipe wrench. What the fuck? Oh, you want to incapacitate your foe? Crush
him with
their
a pipe
skull with a
wrench.
lead pipe. But I was saying to Jen, oh, there was this movie with a great futuristic self-defense weapon, and it was Minority Report I was thinking of, but they're called Six Sticks. Six Sticks. You club them and they just make you vomit.
Oh, sick sticks. I
Yeah,
love that
yeah,
idea.
it's so
Okay.
incapacitating and also like fucked up and gross. It's such a weird sci-fi idea. Nobody's immune to their own grandmother.
Nobody. They've done shit like that, right? Like the heat rays that they've been testing out, the pain gun.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's heat. It's heat. Get hot.
Get hot. Hot?
Hotter. I mean, if you apply enough energy, you will melt people.
Where's Pete?
I'm the pizza guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm your pizza guy. Oh, yeah. All right, there's that dead tree.
Yeah, are we all ready?
So I was directing the party to proceed in the direction where my father had indicated to smash the orb where I found that. I'll lead the party in that direction.
Bolo, with genuine concern, will poke at Roland and say, oh, where did you go there, Roland?
Yes. I went to a between place between the real, the living, and the dead. I encountered my father, who told me how to release this place from this dark fog that had descended upon it. I hope Coco found what she was looking for.
Come now, Artemis, mind your footing thee.
The party spies by the side of the trail a small circular object.
Crouch down and have a peek at it.
It's a small, round ceramic cup.
Roland, is it what I think it is? It's like a little ceramic cup.
Does not appear to be a forgery, and if it is, it's a damn good one. I doubt Didio will be able to tell the difference. I say we get out of here.
We could just walk a little deeper into this weird country. Let's have a little look.
Where's the woman?
This is along my line of thinking, exactly.
Does not bode well to leave ends untied as such.
I do feel as though Coco provided good service for us.
The party passes into a corridor through more dark, canopied forest. They wend along a curving path, pushing them further northward. Coming around another curve, they are confronted with a large hole in the trail, about 10 feet across. Roland is getting a creepy deja vu. The forest cloisters in on both sides. They're going to have to either jump or get creative to get around this thing. Depth undeterminable.
Oh dear, that's terrifying. Bolo is just gonna make the jump.
Roland, on the count of three.
Uh,
3! And starts running and jumping. Artemis turns around and looks back at the hole, heaves a sigh of relief.
well, I hope Coco's not down there somewhere.
Fuck.
Uh, Artemis is going to hand Mulligan a light bite and
yes!
have him fly down and see
Yes!
if he can scour the bottom of the hole.
So cool.
Nice. You see this winged shape dive and with the light bite descending, lighting up the area, descending, 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 until the light is no longer visible. Mulligan comes back and alights on Artemis's shoulder.
Tell me what you saw.
There's nothing but expanse, closed in by the borders of this wall and dirt.
Artemis is like fascinated by the idea of a bottomless pit. If you fell in a bottomless pit, how would you die?
Bolo goes a little pale, deeply contemplating what he just did by leaping over it.
Starvation. Yes, one would. Well, dehydration, perhaps.
Shall we continue?
Pressing on beyond the pit, the party treks ever deeper. Strewn at the end of the tunnel path are what appear to be old robes, and within them, bones.
Roland will approach cautiously. Something bad happened to this individual.
Something named Roland.
The party emerging out of the cloistered forest path finds a wide forest area, like what they left some time ago, bordered on all sides with close pressing trees and bramble. The smell of fresh water and the trickling of water through rocks reveals a tiny, shallow stream that's meandering through the area. In the middle of the widest part of the stream, there stands an alabaster white pedestal. There are shards of deep ebony glass kind of strewn about in the little shallow.
This was from my vision.
He's going to squat down, hands on knees, the Slav squat.
The CSI squat?
Yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. He takes off glasses that he does not wear. And as he squats down, the mage hand apparates and attempts to pick up one of the obsidian pieces.
This is what broke the spell.
A vision made manifest. Fascinating indeed.
Bolo sees that behind these two large trees, there's some faint light shining out through a pathway. Maybe if they were to press through the trees. There's no overt danger. They appear to be completely alone in this area.
I have a ritual to cast. It will take several minutes for us to do it.
We should take a rest and perhaps have a look around the area.
The minutes pass, Roland and Bolo at their wary repose, and Artemis comes to finishing the ritual he's casting. He discerns that dark magic was inhabiting this glass. The spell has broken. Faint traces of undead necrotic energy were inhabiting the glass.
Curious.
At this time, there's a slight breeze, and Roland is feeling very untree-like movement from his backside where he's sitting.
Okay. Roland will stand, put his hand on the tree, and say, "We mean no harm, friend."
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, no.
A flap of bark literally wraps around his hand and is holding his arm attached to the tree. Roll initiative. This elm and willow begin to exude this aura that is emanating from these two trees, and Roland is going to find himself with the first turn, and you're grappled, Roland. Roland just wrenches hard and breaks the bark and liberates himself. A branch swipes down and whacks him on the leg as he retreats back towards his friends, and Artemis will find himself with a turn.
Firebolt. Yeah. So, pachow. 8 fire damage.
Squadiddly-ah.
He's going to shout out, probably somewhat obviously, "These aren't normal trees." And that's his turn.
The willow breaks its roots free and starts to octopus walk across the ground. Bashes on Roland's shoulder for 9 damage, and you'll have to make another strength saving throw there, Roland. Roland gets crushed under the weight of the branch and goes to ground prone. Immediately afterwards, the elm is going to also break its roots and roll towards Roland and lash out at him with a heavy branch on his prone body. It's going to crush him a little bit.
He's just a little crushed.
Yep, that's it. Last time I talked on Ant.
Jesus. Bolo, taking this in, is going to, under his breath, say, "Trees? Why did it have to be trees?" And with great concern for Roland, is with no heed to potentially incoming attacks, he's going to run in, pick up Roland, hoist him onto his shoulder, and dash away as far as he can.
And Roland, you can make a death saving throw there.
You're familiar with that, right, Pete?
You should be
Yeah.
used to this. No, I'm kidding.
Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
All right, Artemis.
Seeing what has transpired, he's going to sidestep around the big rock in the river, come up beside Bolo, and whisper some healing words, casting Cure Wounds.
Bolo just walks up, unlooping the axe. Fuck! Takes a big chunk right out of the bottom of it. Roland, your turn.
I'm going to draw my 2 blades and attack the same tree. Chunk chunk.
I picture Samurai Showdown. Swing, swing! Bright slashes through the air, and then a whole chunk of the trunk slides out, and the willow crashes to the ground beside the plinth in the pool, unmoving.
Badass. Nice going. Well struck, Roland.
The elm is just kind of like coming up behind them and just lays in with 2 huge branches and a hammer fist at Bolo's back. Bolo stoically keeps his feet as these 2 big branches crash across him.
Get off me, big
As-
tree.
Artemis focuses on the elm, clutching his staff and pointing his open palm of his other hand towards the elm, utters the words, "Elda Uru," and casts fairy fire all over that tree.
Chop 'em down, Roland.
Happy to oblige.
Artemis is going to shout "Kuru Pilin" as he fires off 3 magic missiles.
Blasts through the back of the trunk, splintering the wood out behind it, and the elm tumbles and falls. The trunk smashes down, and with its tangle of branches, smashes the alabaster plinth and scatters chunks of rock about in the little stream.
Striding through the water, Artemis, coming up to the gentleman, looks at the other trees that are around him and says, "Let that be a lesson to all of you. Leave us alone."
Silence descends in the clearing.
Thank you
Well-
for the save, Bolo.
You are a miracle worker,
Oh.
Artemis.
What's a near-death experience or 2 between friends?
What say you we take a bit of a well-deserved break, me boykies?
I think perhaps we should move away from this particular area.
Toward more trees, Roland. We know the trees here are no longer a threat. We have shown them who the
The branch manager.
branch manager. Although, Roland, you are the professional ranger, who am I to say?
I'm rather out of sorts. I've been to the realm of the dead, and I've been nearly dead in a very short period of time. Let's do sit and rest for a while.
All right, so Roland's at his repose by the crackling fire. Artemis sketching away with Bolo passing out nearby.
Artemis drifts off to what I'm sure is not a very comfortable or restful sleep at all.
And with that,
Roll initiative.
no, chapter 5. We're done. Wait, roll music. Roll music. Put like a.
Oh,
Can I make it like for Artemis? It's a little less happy. It's a little less comfortable.
Just
It's
detune
the
it.
Balkan skull theme.
Who's got auto tune to make it down to?
GG,
Oops.
guys. GG.
Good
Good
game,
game.
guys.
Yeah,
GG.
sweet business. Yeah, the idea of being grappled by a tree is really freaky. I was in the
Oh my
washroom
God,
peeing when it happened,
terrifying.
but it's like the poltergeist tree is what I was thinking of. Oh.
See, my mind goes to Evil Dead, but then it gets very that was like a very rapey dream. So
Not walk down that
I didn't
path
want
too
it to
far.
be the thing where the tree's like,
oh, that would have been amazing though. What is that? Is that a roll? Somebody go get Talk to you later.
love you,
Yeah.